Well, I guess it's about that time that I better take a look at the new show. And if I'm gonna get one figure from it, I'm glad it's gonna be this guy. This is the Transformers Cyberverse Adventures Deluxe Class Optimus Prime. Now, why am I choosing this version of it instead of like one of the earlier ones like the Warrior Class 1 or something else like that? I like my figures to have quite a bit of decent articulation. The Warriors and stuff below it is just honestly kind of awful. But with this guy and the other ones that are coming out in the deluxe line, these are some hot stuff. Not sure why they're calling it Bumblebee Cyberverse Adventures though. I mean, I get that Bumblebee is the main character and all that, but can't we just call it Transformers Cyberverse Adventures and just move on? Like, yes, people are fine with following Bumblebee as the main character as opposed to Optimus Prime or just following just all the Autobots at once. Just call it Transformers and move on. Anyway, you might notice that there's a little something different about my Optimus Prime here. Well, that's because I actually added my own paint apps following a tutorial by a YouTuber named RobStein1. Thanks so much, man, I owe you. The way that he painted it up made it look a lot more show accurate and honestly just made it better in my opinion. So, how did he inspire me today? Well, we added some black up here on the chest to fill out that a little bit more. Got the yellow arrows here on the arms and then these yellow bits on the crotch, as well as this little blue crotch right there. His fists were originally gray, but I painted them black and then these parts blue. That's how he did them, so I figured I'd follow it. And these silver bits down here on his legs. There's a couple more in vehicle mode that I'll point out, but we'll get to that. But I think one of the most important ones that he added on, that I added on as well, were these. These pieces on his back are meant to be the tires for vehicle mode, and I think they're meant to be these ones that end up in his arms but fold away. Honestly, they help break up the back a lot. Otherwise, it was just a sea of red and it kind of sucked. But with these there, it actually looks a lot better. So thank you, RobStein1, for the inspiration. Everyone go check him out. There's one thing about the packaging that I'd like to say just before I move on. If you take the insert out and you look at this, on the backdrop there, that's the Cybertron from Animated. Like, I get that's a good design, but like, maybe use the Cybertron from your own show? Just a thought. Anyway, let's take a look at some things that Optimus comes with. Obviously, being Optimus, he's going to come with his G1 style gun, which you can then put over here in his ball-jointed hand. Doesn't scrape the paint off at all, which is great. It might be a little small, but he's a little on the smaller sides, and I don't really care that much. He also came with this effect part, because apparently these new deluxe figures are trying to also be part of the War for Cybertron line. Sure, why not? He also has a couple of these boils there that from the Siege line that you can shove right on there. And these do work with your standard Siege and Earthrise figures. It also, funny enough, splits into two parts, so that way you can have it be this thing, or this thing, whatever you want it to be. And lastly, he comes with this fist. What this is, it's actually a piece for a Build-A-Figure that Transformers are doing. Which, you know, I'm all for Transformers doing Build-A-Figures like Marvel Legends, but I just don't know if I can bring myself to get all of them. Like, I've seen Megatron, Shockwave, and Bumblebee seem pretty cool from reviews, but I don't know if I can just bring myself to get the other ones. Especially the one here on the end. Who the hell is Thunderhowl? I don't know. Maybe he'll do the MechAdam Build-A-Figure thing. Maybe I won't. All I know is I've got a fist here, so there's that. One other really cool thing that you can do is you can open up his chest, which can be a little difficult sometimes. It's a little tight on the hinges, but you can do it. And you've got a matrix inside there. Now, the blue inside the core there was already there, but the gold there, I actually had to paint on. It originally was just all silver. You can take the blast effect and also stick it right there in the middle of the matrix as well, but what is this? Why would this even be included? Like, what good is this for?
I think she wants the Gallagher!
Oh. Transformation of this guy is pretty easy and exactly what you'd expect because it's an Optimus Prime transformation. It can be pretty tricky to get the tabs that are here on these pieces to line up behind these tanks, because then you have to get those lined up and then keep everything straight so that way you can plug these bits into the front here. It can be a bit of a hassle to get everything plugged in and have everything stay where you want it to and look alright. Maybe that's just my copy. Maybe this will happen with all of them. Who really knows? All I know is truck mode's actually pretty good. I don't think I really like how much that the bumper extends past the sides of the truck, but you don't really notice it if you just turn to the side. Well, okay, I guess you notice it enough with this side. But look, the truck mode is just a flat-nosed truck that looks just like Optimus Prime should. What did you expect? Everything's G1 these days. You can see that I added a couple little touches up here on the front, this yellow triangle, these gold headlights, a little red here on the side to make everything flusher, and also these blue windows. Not really a whole lot to say, it's truck mode. You can add the gun to the back here if you want to. It can be a little tricky to get everything lined up. And while it does conceal away a lot better than most Optimus Primes would, it's still kind of weird. You can still access the Matrix in the truck mode, but really what good does that do? Now you can't see anything. Anyway, the point is this Optimus Prime is actually a really good toy. Something that most people didn't expect from Cyberverse. If you have the chance, you should definitely pick him up. Maybe pick up the other ones too if you're into the Build-A-Figure thing. Or if you just want good representations of Cyberverse, Optimus Prime, and Megatron, this is the way to go. So that's been another review from me, guys. Thank you all very much for watching. I've been 01 Transfan, the #1. I'll talk to you all next time. Take it easy, guys.